You're gonna be turning like 14 times?
Yeah. Well, that's my lollipop wrench. I just put a bag on it to keep it dry.
I'm standing in front of you guys.
Hi everyone.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Like I need to see.
You're good. No, you're good.
That's all.
Hey guys, thank you so much for coming out today. Okay. The purpose of what we're doing here is, first of all, certs have been trained by DEP on how to open up fire hydrants for the purpose of supporting sprinkler caps throughout New York City. We're in a pilot phase right now, and actually we're getting evaluated right now by DEP. We've been trained by DEP on this. This will be the first hands-on. So if we screw up, you know, DEP is going to jump right in and tell us what we're doing wrong. So the purpose of the sprinkler caps is to make sure that basically the fire hydrants are not open because they pour out 1,000 gallons a minute. That's 8,000 pounds, okay, of water. That's a lot of water. Not only can it deplete the water supply here, but deplete the pressure, which fire department needs for firefighting and all of that. Certs are not just deployed here, but also throughout the city. So in higher elevations like northern Manhattan, those types of areas might be more critical, you know, if people are turning on fire hydrants. So the sprinkler cap basically is something that reduces the water flow, yet provides some cooling operation here to, you know, for the refreshment, you know, of the public. So in part of our training, we just don't open up any sprinkler tap, okay, or fire hydrant. We first look around for ones that are safe. There's no traffic here, okay? The ones out on the street would be dangerous, you know, from the perspective of having children around. We look at the area. I've already measured this. That's why I got my digital level, okay? I've already done the exercise of, it appears this will flow out to the water somewhere over there. So you need to have drainage. There's some procedures once you open it up to listen for things, okay? Listen for the air and so on like that. Also do it slowly because you can create water hammers by stopping the water fairly quickly, and that causes a lot of damage. We also do it right here in front of a gate valve box, and the reason for that is if somehow we break it, I'm just saying for comedy value, but if we break it, at least we can turn it off here, and by turning it off here, it means that DEP doesn't have to turn it off elsewhere, possibly impacting customers, okay? And so there's a lot of constraints here. It's not like every fire hydrant is good for us. And so with that in mind, I'm just going to go over just some of the basics here. I have my sprinkler cap in the box, but basically what we do is we take the these are typically loose, okay? The cap, the existing cap on it. Can you grab me it's in the base? I'll get it in a second. And then we're going to replace it. Now before we do this, okay, we're going to want to hear that this is actually working and this is draining, okay, because drainage is a really important thing. We can't turn on a hydrant, okay, and then just flood something. That's an absolute no-go. I've looked at this area. This area here does not appear to be coming from this. I think the sprinklers are on.
It's from the sprinkler in the ground.
Right. And so I think that's the source of it.
Correct, yes.
Okay, like I said, I measured this with a digital level, and it looks like the path, as I've seen water here, will flow somewhere about here. Okay, there's a little bit of a lip, it might cool there a little bit, and then over into the river. Okay, Nevin is here from DEP. Did I miss anything?
No, you did a pretty good job. Another reason why we actually want to, before we put the cap on, we want to open the hydrant is to make sure that any debris or sediments in there that will come out and not clog the sprinkler cap itself. So the first step is, of course, is what Frank has said. But once the operation is ready to begin, the first thing you do is open up the cap. Let the water just flow out. You don't have to open up full blast, because if you do open it up full blast, any sediment that is down inside the main is going to get disturbed and come up, and it's going to take a long time for it to get flushed out. So you just want to open it, make sure that the water runs clear, turn it off, and then you can put your cap on after that.
Fire department, Eddie?
Just open it up very slowly, like he just said.
Yes.
Just open it up slowly. Once you see it drain out, because in our aspect they put like in some parts of the city they'll put cans, bottles. They use that as garbage cans.
Okay.
So that's why we open it up very slowly, because it will clog up the line.
Okay. Let me just ask public safety. Any questions?
No.
Okay. So I guess we're going to try one here.
Everybody stand away.
Let me just.
You shower today? You know what? We're about to all shower.
One thing to add, once you hear that once you hear that the hydrant and stem is actually filling up with water, you don't need to turn anymore, because it'll take some couple seconds for it to get filled.
In the wintertime. In the wintertime you get it is. In the summertime now, you just let it get disappeared. You want to make sure that the hydrant, and I'm not sure where exactly to stand.
So it says open here, this way.
But one thing I have to add also, you want to make sure that this is on tight, because if it's a little loose and you turn it on, it might blow off. So you just want to be careful with that as well.
Is there ever a circumstance where we pop into the small one?
Not for the sprinkler system.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I knew. That's what I'm saying.
When you open it up, the hydrant alone, depending on the part of the city, like in Staten Island, the pressure's high. But if you open that up all the way, you should be getting about 55 psi. So it's high pressure.
Okay. That's good. Okay. I'm going nice and slow, right? Everyone nice and slow. I'm feeling is that too much?
So you saw what happened
Right
here
here.
just now,
See that?
right?
See that? No,
Yeah,
don't
here.
worry about it.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about. You see,
we wait.
don't open.
Okay.
And that's what you want, that little flow like that, nice and slow. And you heard that in the wintertime, like I was saying to the DP, in the wintertime, you're not gonna do it, but in the wintertime, you wanna make sure you just hear that hiss and you can just shut it down. If that doesn't drain, see, this hydrant, nah, it's not draining. It's not draining.
It depends on the how old it is too,
But like right now, it's not draining. So in the wintertime, this hydrant can freeze.
Right.
All right. So there you go back to your drill. Sorry.
Oh, thank you.
possible that
Is that ready? That blew out everything? That one now?
Yeah, you can do that right
Let's
now.
do the cap, Frank.
I just want to feel. I want to feel the effort. That was the thing.
right. So at this point, I think is when you're gonna feel a little resistance.
Right.
So this is where you're actually now telling the of the hydrant to open
I
up.
see it.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we'll turn it off. Okay.
Ready?
Make sure, like the other thing, I don't know if they say, you got to make sure you have that gasket on
Yeah. If
Gasket's on.
you don't have the gasket, it's gonna leak from the outside.
from the outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we always want it up, right?
Right. I don't know how many turns it is. Whatever. It's we're gonna
Normally for
we're gonna
us,
guess.
if the thing's broken, it's about 6 turns on the Siamese to the building. The best way to do that, look, the best way to
Got it now.
right. But the best way to do take the cat is from the back.
Now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So try it right here, and you'll see what I'm saying. You put your body there, and then you can suspend it.
There you go. Okay. Cool, you got it.
No, you're doing it. That's just showing you
Learning
how to
little
do it.
tricks, right?
Showing you all the little tricks. Now put your body to the hydrant, and you see that you're not really stressing your body.
There we go. Then we're just gonna.
You want to tighten it? Keep turning. I didn't keep turning because I didn't want to turn. it's on the side, so we didn't
Well,
get it.
so that's the tightest it'll go.
Well, I could give it another,
Good
four
thing
See
loosen
how
it?
tight it can go.
You want it as tight?
It has to be tight, yeah. So if it doesn't make it,
That's
okay.
tight.
All right. So as you guys can see here, the holes are towards the bottom of this cap, right? Which means that when this turns on, it's gonna be shooting on the ground. In a scenario like this, we probably want to insert another rubber gasket inside so that when we tighten it, it'll change the way it lines up here. So let's loosen this. It happens sometimes.
I'm just feeling the thread because the thread. Isn't there one? No, there's
No,
not.
that's it.
No. Okay, so you're okay.
So this is another. So as you guys see here, there's one gasket in here. So I'm gonna add another one. Then you guys can do the process.
Angela.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Okay, he's got the cap. You want us to give it on the cap in there? You want me to get it? Give it on the cap.
Yeah.
You want us to try the other cap? No? Okay.
It really doesn't make it. You still gotta put that piece. You still gotta buy. Normally, if I would have done it, we just back it off just a little bit, and the Prussian's gonna still.
Yeah, I'm just trying to not get any leaks. But let's try this. Let's see if we can.
Want both gaskets? Look behind it. Yeah. Got it.
That's good. Now you're gonna tighten it down.
He's gonna tighten it.
Oh, better.
Where is it?
I mean,
Yeah, I think that's tighten up. Yeah.
Easy. You gotta get it off.
Not do anymore, yeah. Even if it was, yeah.
so I got a.
With a big pipe. That's about it. That's it.
I got half-inch pipe in there. I brought as an extension just in case.
Now you're gonna need it to take it out.
Yes. Okay.
All right, so let's
So
do it.
let's turn this thing off.
So you guys should be careful. It might splash through there.
Well, stay right here. Everybody's standing away from water.
Yeah, Frank, open it up a little more.
A little more? Okay, be careful. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I got the same. I got another one to plug.
You guys get the concept, right?